week's US CQM Forecast Alert is the effect of money supply and shipment of manufactured goods on PCA forecast of economic growth. This week, we updated only February shipments of manufactured goods, the nominal effective exchange rate for US dollar, and the money supply. Since their effect on CQM forecast were very small, let's take a look at the effect of money supply and shipment of manufactured goods on PCA forecast of economic growth. CQM revised upward the economic growth on both the expenditure and income side only by 0.07% and 0.02% respectively. This gap in the growth rate will be reduced next week by updating February export and imports and actual figure of income received from ROW, income payment to ROW, corporate profit, and statistical discrepancy in 2021 Q4. The CQM forecast an upward trend in inflation, suggesting a prolonged Bidenflation. The previous week's PCA forecasted a 0.1% increase in real money supply in February, but it was a 0.4% decrease in actual results. The previous week's PCA forecasted a 1.3% drop in real shipment of manufactured goods in February, but it was a 0.6% drop in actual result. The PCA forecast uses 7 principal components to estimate and forecast real GDP growth. The PCA has shown that economic growth rate was revised downward by 0.4% from 2.91% to 2.51% by updating the February real money supply and upward by 0.27% from 2.51% to 2.78% by updating February real shipment of manufactured goods. Conclusions from this week's CQM Forecast Alert. First, the large gap in economic growth rate forecast on both the expenditure and income side will narrow next week by updating February export and import and actual figures of income received from ROW, income payment to ROW, corporate profit, and statistical discrepancy in 2021 Q4. Second, the PCA revised economic growth downward by 0.4% from 2.91% to 2.51% by updating the February real money supply, but upward economic growth by 0.27% from 2.51% to 2.78% by updating the February real shipment of manufactured goods. This slide contains additional information about this week's detailed CQM forecast, the original developer of CQM, and CQM theory papers.